Hey, good morning, y'all. Hopefully you're having a rad Monday. So this morning we're gonna talk about Coca-Cola and 7 things you probably didn't know about Coca-Cola. This article is on southernliving.com. So pretty pleased with the cherry on top. If you like these videos, share them in groups. Share this in a fast food group, a Coca-Cola group, with a family member, friend, whatever it is, because that way I know that you like this type of content. So we're gonna get right into it. This looks like Coca-Cola, but this is a delicious, delicious tea. So I'm drinking this. So let's get right to it. So first off, I've never been a Coca-Cola fan. I was always on Team Pepsi. Coca-Cola to me was always just too powerful. It was just too powerful. Pepsi was a little bit more diluted for me, and I used to always love Pepsi on ice. I certainly couldn't drink Coke or Pepsi by themselves, or especially warm. I liked it Pepsi chilled and on ice. That was kind of my Coke versus Pepsi. Coke always kind of gave me a sore throat as a child. So here we go. This should be fun. It says, we're uncapping the beloved soft drinks 132-year history, y'all. So Coca-Cola has been around for 132 years. This is by Megan Overdeep, and it was written May 20th, 2018. So she says, like most Americans, you've probably been enjoying the sweet, fizzy nectar of the gods, otherwise known as Coca-Cola. And in the comment section below, let me know if you're a Coca-Cola fan. How many Cokes you drink a day or per week? Do you buy them, when you go eat yummy nastiness, fast food? Do you buy a 6-pack? Do you buy a case? Do you buy a 2-liter? Do you like it warm? Do you like it cold? And if you don't drink Coca-Cola, what is your pop or soda of choice? So it says, you're likely also familiar with the tale of the soft drink's slightly shady beginnings as a medicine invented by Atlanta pharmacist Dr. John S. Pemberton in 1985. You've no doubt heard that it once contained actual cocaine. I've heard that a couple of times, but I didn't know that Coca-Cola was invented in 1885. So it says, but there's also plenty you might not know about the Coca-Cola company from the course of its 132-year history. So before you crack open your next can, bottle, or pour yourself a glass, indulge a little of the Coca-Cola trivia, courtesy of our friends Daily Meal. So here we go, y'all. Hi, Jamie. Jamie's Team Pepsi. When I drink, I always call it soda. I never called it pop, but in the North, like Canadians and North Dakotans, they would always call it pop. But I was always Team Pepsi too, and boy, I got really addicted to that. At some point in my life, I would have to drink 3 to 4 Pepsis a day, and if I didn't, I would crash, I would get frustrated, I would get stressed out, and I would get headaches because my body was addicted to all the preservatives, all that sugar, and all of that caffeine that was in Pepsi. So it says, number 1, it was created as an alternative to morphine. That's pretty powerful, right? A Confederate colonel, John Pemberton, developed an addiction to morphine after sustaining injuries in the Civil War. He ended up inventing the prototype for Coca-Cola's recipe in a search of an opium-free substitute. The end result, which he called a brain tonic and intellectual beverage, that is funny. He called it a brain tonic and intellectual beverage. That sounds about right? When you're drinking Pepsi, you need that brain tonic. That soda or that pop, it's an intellectual beverage because of the caffeine and the sugar. It's probably it's any type of pop, y'all, even the Frescas and all that, it's really caca in my opinion. They're very, very unhealthy. They're very, very addictive. You could just drink water or fruit juice, in my opinion, because it's just very, very addictive. And of course, you got to keep paying for it. And diabetes, the whole thing, obesity, it's in my opinion, just not good stuff. I'm so glad that I kicked it. So it was served for 5 cents a glass at its drugstore in Columbia, Georgia. Number 2, its name was derived from 2 key ingredients. The name Coca-Cola is derived from original drink's two primary ingredients, the coca leaf and the cola nut, which is Kola. Extract the coca leaf was essential cocaine. Wow, that's interesting. While the cola nut provided caffeine. Interesting. Pemberton's partner and bookkeeper, Frank M. Robinson, is credited with naming the beverage Coca-Cola, as well as designed the logo, which is still used today. Wow, that's interesting. Number 3, it was originally alcoholic. Because caffeine and cocaine weren't enough, Pemberton's original Coca-Cola formula also included a third intoxicant, which is alcohol. According to the Daily Mail, Coca-Cola was originally developed as a cocoa wine, which was first created in France in the 1860s. Wine was removed from the recipe after Atlanta passed prohibition legislation in 1886. So just think if prohibition didn't happen, Coca-Cola could have been a wine. And that's interesting. So you would have had your caffeine, right? Your sugar, and the Coca-Cola leaf, and the nut, and they would have made it into a wine. Interesting. Number 4. It originally contained 9 milligrams of cocaine per glass. What? There's some booger sugar for you, but you're not putting it in your nose, you're putting it in your esophagus. Before the cocaine was phased out of the recipe in 1903, it still had cocaine in it. It was estimated that each glass of Coke contained 9 milligrams of cocaine, enough to make it serious intoxicant. In 1988, the New York Times discovered that Coca-Cola still contained non-narcotic coca leaf extract. Ingredients from the coca leaf are used, but there is no cocaine in it and is all tightly overseen by regulatory authorities. So, Coca-Cola seems that they're still using the coca leaf, but no cocaine, right? It's that recipe. You take one ingredient out, and people go a little cray-cray, right? You mess with the Dr. Pepper, you mess with the Grape Shasta, you mess with the Mountain Dew, you mess with any of those, people get a little cray-cray because they're so addictive, the morphine releases and the opiate releases, right? You want that exact cocktail. You want that exact recipe for your soda. Number 5, the recipe is locked in a vault. If you dream of one day getting your hands on this recipe, we have bad news for you. The formula for modern Coca-Cola is locked away in a vault, which you can visit in Atlanta's World of Coca-Cola. Only 2 employees are said to know the exact formula, and they're not allowed to travel together. That's funny. Number 6, the bottle was modeled after the cacao pod. That's pretty cool. I like that. In 1915, Indiana's Root Glass Company was hired to create a new, instantly recognizable bottle for Coca-Cola. The staff wanted to base the design on the shape of either the coca leaf or coconut. And remember, coconut is spelled with a K. But because couldn't find any photos or illustrations of them at the library, they went with the cacao pod instead. This bottle shape became standard in 1920. That's interesting. And Coca-Cola merchandise, because of marketing, because of mainstream media, the TV commercials, the print ads, and the war, and just all that stuff, it's like an icon. Coca-Cola is an icon in marketing, and they create emotion, they create desire, and really it's a toxic product, just like cigarettes. Remember in the 40s, 50s, 60s, all the ways into the 70s, they made cigarette smoking fashionable, right, and daring, and really, really cool. But really, it was very, very toxic. They do it with liquor as well, Budweiser, Coors. These things that people get addicted to, they put massive amounts of money, billions of dollars of money in marketing. So it's tough to get rid of these things because it's interwoven in all of our lifestyle, and we see it everywhere we go. So it says, there was a Coke dispenser on board the space shuttle. Astronauts on board the space shuttle, discovered in 1995, were sent into orbit with the ultimate reminder of home, a Coke dispenser. That's marketing right there. That is marketing. There's some marketing behind that. The contraption, called Fluids Generic Bioprocessing apparatus was meant to test if carbon dioxide, water, and syrup could be successfully mixed to form soda in space. The test was a success, and the astronauts were able to enjoy Coke and Diet Coke in space. I guarantee you that was paid by Coca-Cola. And that's it, y'all. Those are 7. That's pretty interesting. Thank goodness I kicked soda. That was a really, really hard thing for me. I needed soda all day, every day when I was at work, sometimes to, to wake up, with my food, when I was driving, when I was playing golf, when I was doing consultations, and I was very, very dependent on it, just kind of like prescription drugs. And thank goodness I don't do that anymore. Again, it's an epidemic for obesity and diabetes. It literally, in my opinion, any type of pop, any type of soda is really the worst thing that you can be drinking. Drink water, drink high vibration teas, medicinal teas. You can drink so many more things than soda. So I enjoyed that, y'all. I'm gonna do more videos like this. I'm gonna do one tonight about Starbucks. Really, really excited about that. But anyways, thank you for joining me. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Share this video. I am on a mission today. I am gonna get rid of our fleas. And so I've been doing a lot of research, and we have an epidemic going on in this backyard with fleas. And so I'm gonna try a few things. I'm gonna make some videos on it. But y'all, I'll keep you posted on that. So hi Lily, hi Maria, hi Cody. Cody, keep going strong. You only got a couple more days on that 30-day challenge. But I love you all. It's a new week. Keep it raw. Stay rad. What? Bye.